We're making the tallow soap, the ready-made CSS assessment. I'm making one of the variants that has grapefruit, bergamot and litsi. Also it has charcoal, spirulina powder, and I'm using the glacial marine. So I'm just going to put them back out the way. I have taken a little bit from my main jug of oils to mix down in the 3 that I'm using, because I'm using charcoal as well, which is allowed in the assessment. I've used the maximum of those and only 2 grams of the charcoal. There is my essential oils already. My lie's ready, my oils are ready. They're about 45 degrees. Yeah. And my lye has cooled down quite quickly there. No, 45 degrees for both of those. So I haven't really decided what sort of design I'm going to do, so we're going to wing it today. So I'm tipping my lye into my oils. Obviously, if you're new to making soap, you need to know about lye safety. That is one of the most important things. So I've just tipped that straight into there. Put that out the way somewhere safe. Just going to give it a bit of a stir. And then I'm going in with a stick blender. Now I do like to pulse mix mine, as I call it. Or I stick blend it for a couple of seconds and then give a stir with my spatula. Different people have different ways of doing this. And I want to just bring it to a light trace. And I'm now going to go in with my essential oils, because I'm going to split this. I'm just going to give that a good mix in. Okay, I'm happy that I'm at the light trace. So I'm coming back out there. And I'm now going to fill these jugs. I am the messiest worker in the world as well. I do want to just save a little bit of plain. There we go. And now I'm going to go in and add my 3 different additives. Just going to get a bigger spatula. Get that all in. There we go. Give that a little bit of a stir. Because I'm so messy, I always like to put a bit of greaseproof paper or silicone paper down first. There we go. So that's the glacial marine in. Come back to that in a minute. And this is the spirulina. As much of that in as I can. Don't know if you can see how green that is. And then finally the dreaded charcoal. I say dreaded because it's the worst one to wash up. Okay, so that's got all three done. And they're all behaving very nicely. I'm actually just going to give them a second or two just to set up a little bit more on their own, just a little bit. If you've never used the Glacial Marine, it's a beautiful clay to work with in every product, from cold process right through to the emulsified scrubs. It's an absolute stunner. It's my favourite, along with the Brazilian yellow clay. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, we're still quite thin. I don't know if you can see that. So you do have time to work with this one. I do like to go in at a lighter trace and then let it set up a little bit on its own, rather than panicking that it's gone too gloopy to do anything with. Right, so what shall we do? I think we'll just go in with, let's see if I've got something I can just pop underneath this. Give me a bit more of an angle as I'm pouring in. Okay, so I'm just going to take the spatulas out for a moment until I get down to the bottom. So I'm going to go in with the clay to begin with. I'm hoping you can see this. I'll move it a little bit more into the camera. And I'm just going to run down the side like that. And as you can see, little blobs everywhere because, like I said, I am messy. But it's the beauty of having the greaseproof paper there. Right, I'm just going to break that up with a bit of white. And then we'll go back to black. I'm half tempted not to do any design in this, no chopstick, no nothing, and just see how this comes out. I'm just going to keep working my way through colours until we're full. And as you can see, it's still very workable ingredients. It's nothing set up really fast, even though it's tallow, which does seem to set up and ready for moulding quite quickly in comparison to a high olive oil soap, etc. But it does give you time to do some nice funky patterns if you really like doing that sort of thing. What colour was next, guys? Yeah, it was this one. We are getting near the top now. Oh, that one. Oh, quite looking forward to seeing what this one turns out like. Right, this is where we're going to start getting in with the old spatula there. I've still got a little bit of white left. And a spirulina. Oops. This is an understatement. And as you can see, they're just starting to setting up a bit. I think we can go possibly just a little bit more with yeah, we're starting to set up now. So as the jugs have got emptier and emptier, they are setting up more and more. But I think you'll agree it gave me plenty of time to actually do this. And finally, we're going to go with the bit of white that's left. going to see if I can do it on either side. Apologies, I am right-handed. Smells absolutely beautiful. I'm a real citrus fan. Okay, so we are going to go in with a chopstick, just for the top, and we'll just do my absolute favourite. As you can see, it is setting up. A little bit of swizzing from side to side. I wanted to put a bit of the plain batter in just so that you could see the colours against the plain. Right, let's tidy you up a little bit. And see how that turns out. The top's not very pretty, I have to confess. I think we're all guilty of doing this, keep going back in until we find where we're happy with it. Sometimes we can overdo it. And I think that will do it. We'll come back when it's all ready.